Hello, this is Alexander Cross, Criminal Defense here in the San Francisco Bay Area. If you would like to learn more about criminal defense, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Law Offices of Cross & Associates, and feel free to ask questions in the comment section below so that we may respond in the future with more videos for you. So, we received an interesting inquiry here on our YouTube channel. This has to do with somebody who decided to leave the country having a case in court. Let's see here. I had an emergency and left the country without notifying the court. I have an open case of domestic violence plus a DUI. Well, okay. Define open. What do you mean by an open case for domestic violence? Are you still handling the case in court? Are you going back in court? Are you dealing with the proceedings? Do you have an attorney? Or are you currently on probation for this DUI and domestic violence? It makes a difference. If the case is still pending, and as long as a judge hasn't specifically stated that you are not allowed to leave the jurisdiction, you can leave and come back, no problem. Now, if you're on probation for this domestic violence, we could have a little bit of an issue. Why? Because for domestic violence, depending on the situation, you could be in formal probation or you could be in informal court probation. Generally speaking, for misdemeanors, you can be placed on informal court probation, and for felonies, it will generally be formal probation. But when it comes to domestic violence, even misdemeanor domestic violence on occasion could be formal probation. Now, if you're on probation and you left the country, there's a little bit of a concern because did you already finish your domestic violence classes? Because domestic violence classes, you're supposed to do those once a week for 52 weeks. I mean, is this within the first year? Because if you miss those classes, you're going to have to start all over again, and that could be the basis for a violation of probation. Now, let's put the whole classes thing to the side. Well, if you're on formal probation, you should probably contact your probation officer to let him know that you need to leave the country on an emergency. Generally speaking, if it's an emergency, he will let you go, especially if you've already done your classes. Especially if you've already done your classes, he'll let you go. But if you haven't, or if he's being hard-nosed, the probation officer, he's going to violate your probation if you leave without telling him. And if you violate your probation, that's horrific, because now you're facing the maximum punishment possible for that domestic violence case, in addition to the DUI case if you're on probation for that as well. Domestic violence, if it's charged as a misdemeanor, carries up to 1 year in county jail. If it's charged as a felony, it carries up to 4 years state prison under Penal Code Section 273.5. Now, so please, I understand you might have an emergency, but whenever possible, please contact. And if you already left the country, call your probation officer and let them know, hey, look, this is the situation, I had to leave, my father's dying, something like that. You need to let them know. You want to seem responsible. That's the most important thing. You don't want them to violate your probation, because if they violate your probation, guess what will happen? They can issue a warrant, and when you come back into the country, they'll pick you up at the airport. And you better hope that that airport is in the same county where you had your criminal case. Because if it's not, you're going to be held in that county, possibly for weeks, until you get picked up by the other county who transfers you back, and then you're going to have to face the judge, and then your attorney's going to have to step in afterwards because your attorney's not going to be able to do much beforehand, and then we're going to have to discuss the emergency as to why you had to leave and why you didn't contact your officer. Regardless, if you'd like to learn more about criminal defense here in the San Francisco Bay Area, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Law Offices of Cross & Associates, and feel free to ask questions in the comment section below so that we may respond in the future with more videos for you. But if you've been accused of a crime and need representation in court here in the San Francisco Bay Area, call us now for free consultation at 1-800-862-7677. Once again, 1-800-862-7677. Criminal lawyer, criminal lawyers, DUI lawyer, DUI lawyers, criminal attorney, criminal attorneys, DUI attorney, DUI attorneys.